I never thought I would reach 44 episodes on YouTube, and never thought one day I would purchase a pre-amplificator. Cope with the distance. Business advices from a CEO on how to start your business from daily life events. Click like and subscribe to promote this video and channel. So today we look at a preamplificator by a company called Schiit, yes, S-C-H-I-I-T, from California. Unusually, this company is building most of his equipment in the US. Nothing is, for the most part, it's not from other countries, so it's mostly local. And that way they can get really interesting prices. So I went for that company for the quality and the value they propose, and for a product that uses tubes. So I'll use the same philosophy as I use for production, just for my enjoyment. And I was kind of surprised in my evolution of understanding the equipment of hi-fi, but I realized that where you can really influence the sound, it's at its origin. So sometimes you don't want to influence the sound, you want to be purely transparent, but where you can act on the details, soundstage, dynamics, most of these things, apparently it's in the preamp. So I will try that today with you. So let's do an unboxing, the Schiit Freya Plus. Okay, so first thing we have are the tubes right here. So it's 6SNL Premium, no, N7 Premium Quad. So that's 4. Let's open that. Here you go, the JJs. It's gonna be fun. And then there's the machine. It all comes out at once, so sorry, I will take it out of the frame. Here we go. Really straightforward. I must say that the packaging is very good for transport. Balanced remote control preamp, Freya Plus user manual. So we'll put that with the documentation. Then there's a plastic we'll get rid of. And then the machine itself. Well, it's pretty heavy. So the front, side, top, and back. So it's all balanced, 5 inputs and 3 outputs, as I understand. Switch on and off, power. The tubes go here. So let's see the user manual to see first when and how to install the tubes and how not to burn them quickly. So first page, it's nice. It's getting started and replacing tubes. Fantastic. In previous episodes, you'll see that I purchased a machine to modify tubes. So that's episode 43, I believe. Oh, and there's a remote. So let's grab the remote from the box as well. So lastly, you have the remote and the power cords and some stickers. Always appreciated. The power cord. The stickers. Wow, the remote is small, which makes it fancy. Look at that. It's smaller than my hand. But it seems to be in aluminum, so it's solid. So give me a second, I'll read the user manual and see if I can install right away the tubes. Getting started. Before plugging the preamp, insert the tubes. Carefully align the key in the tube's base to the notch of the tube socket. Okay, there's a notch. Put it down firmly until the tube is in the socket. This may take a fairly amount of force. Okay. Plug it in, turn it on, select tube output if you want to use tubes. Otherwise, the tubes won't turn on. Okay. Freya only turns on the tubes when you need them. Ah, that's nice. It saves the tubes. Connect your source. Connect up to 5 sources to balance inputs. Okay. So there's no time to wait or nothing. You just plug it and the machine informs you of everything. So let's do that. As I understand, I can plug the tubes right away. Remote. Power cord. And tubes. It doesn't matter which one you put where because they've been matched apparently, and that's what they say. So I just don't want to put grease on them. Well, they're huge. I thought they were smaller. I'll use my my shirt. Okay, the pin is there, so it should go. Like this. It works. So why a preamp is such an important thing? Well, it acts on the signal while the signal is the tiniest. So it's where you can amplify and have the most impact on the amplification. After that, the amplification, most of the original source is modified already, so the amplifier afterwards works with the signal that has been worked on already. So I would tend to believe that the most work is done at the preamp. All right, 2. So normally a preamp is not fancy. People don't invest in that. I think that's going to be the most expensive gear I have for hi-fi to listen to music. So that's where I invest right now, and I can't wait to listen to the sound with my Totem speakers. Made by my high school mathematic teacher. It's not easy to put the tubes directly in the right slot and with all the pins and without forcing too much, but I think everything is aligned and neat. So basically, you open the box, you remove the plastic, you plug the tubes, you plug in the power, press power, And that's it, according to the, which is amazing of simplicity for a machine like that. So let's look at this in and hear it. We are here with an entry-level hi-fi system. So first we have the speakers from Totem and the subwoofer from Totem. It's the entry-level product, but these speakers are made by my math teacher at high school. He finished teaching and they launched a speaker company, and it's very good speakers. So I had to have these to listen to music. I have also, it comes out of an amplifier from Atoll, the IN50, the first generation 20 years ago. And that goes through a preamp from Freya Plus, from Schiit, sorry. So we'll test that. And the signal comes from a DAC from RME, and that is linked to my streaming service. So let's try to see if it works, if I can record and listen to music at the same time. I've never done that. Okay, we've got everything connected. Let's play music from the same computer we record this voice from. Okay, to start with, we need to open the preamp. And we see that the light open already, and there's a LEDs that lit, so we can see that the tube are getting fed with electricity. Now the tube mode is activated, meaning that now the tubes are heating, and this light will shut down once the tubes are warm enough. So let's wait. Normally with my TubeTech channel strip for production, it takes 30 minutes to warm up. Now I believe it's just a few seconds, maybe 30 seconds. Here we go, it's ready for music. I'll open the amplifier, but I won't put any volume in both. I want to have control. I don't want to put too much in the speakers to start with. So let's start with Ali K. Harley from Jamaica, if I pronounce it well. So the music is in. Let's start with the preamp and the amp at the same time. You can hear the little clicks when I turn the volume knob of the Freya, but it doesn't bother me. Okay, this is, I speak over the music so YouTube doesn't block me with their algorithms. But let's put some beef a bit. Not too much, not too much, not too much. Wow, I can already hear the difference from my system. The bass is more sustained. Instead of doing boom, it does boom. The notes are more sustained, and the details are more ample. Like it goes. The high frequencies are soft but detailed, and the bass are really detailed as well. Mid-range is totally fine in my opinion. All right, so let's try another music, because I don't want to be blocked by YouTube algorithm. Okay, here it's again to block the YouTube algorithm. I'm surprised that my amplifier is not more powerful, so I'm past mid volume at both levels, and normally at that level without the amp, the preamp, the volume would be higher, so I don't know what's happening, but the sound is more beautiful by far, but the volume is not that loud. Alright, let's try another type of music. Okay, so this is more electronic music. This is not fast enough. Let's change this one. So electronic music, you can see there's a lot of processing over the sounds right now, so it's not pure water drops in water or things like that. It's really like processed sound, so it's normal that there's vibration and there's compression and these effects on the sound, but you can hear pretty much everything, and these are entry-level speakers, so it shows that the gear really prepare well the sound for the speakers to play. I wish it'd be louder. I've never heard my system like that before. Whew. No, seriously, it's a huge improvement of the sound. A preamp works on the signal when it's the weakest, like it's very thin and light, there's no much amplification yet, so the preamp does the groundwork. It's like the foundation of your sound. That's why I invested a lot in this gear compared to the amp or the speakers. I'm very impressed by the Freya Plus by Schiit. It changes my gear. It really uplifted every single aspect of my system. I'm really happy. Thank you, people in California. That's an amazing thing. And I feel I've spotted a very neuralgic point of the chain of production of the sound in hi-fi when I changed or I purchased a preamp. It's impressive how it can really boost and strengthen the signal. Very, very impressive in all aspects. It doesn't mean it's rough. It means it's more subtle, actually. I was impressed also by the heat it creates. The tubes are huge. I think I know they can be bigger, but still, it creates lots of heat. So that's one thing to consider. So when I will need a place where it doesn't touch anything directly, doesn't touches anything. So far, I recommend the Freya Plus. I would love if you could comment if you've tried it, if you see a huge difference, especially with the tube option. I'd be very interested to know your experience about this product. I know I have entry-level bookshelves speakers, but even then you can hear the difference greatly in subtleties, and it gets the best of your equipment. It's like if you improve all the chain with just one piece of equipment. It's like in a team. One person can change the whole dynamic of the team. You have a group, you have a company, you start a project, you work on anything you're doing, you have groups of people, and you just remove one person or you just add one person, and it changes the whole dynamic, the whole potential of delivering what you're expecting. So as a CEO, which I'm not anymore, it's my second video, and I should address that in a couple videos. I just try to take a little bit of distance on the events right now, so I don't regret anything, and I don't speak spot on what's happening. I just need it's a matter of weeks, but we'll get there. As a CEO, you're asked to manage always that dynamic. You always have to take a step back, take more perspective on things, and try to play with the mix and improve things and try to optimize. And in that context, from a business perspective, for the value I invested in that machine, I'm really impressed by how it improved all the other players of the team of my hi-fi system, that I start to consider hi-fi now that I have a preamp. Sometimes for different events, you're asked to play with your team. As a CEO, it's the same thing with hi-fi. I expect for different sources, you may adapt your gear. I'm not there. I have one piece of gear and that's it. And I will try to improve my speakers eventually is with the totems still, because I'll talk about it in the video. In the previous video, I speak about totems, so episode 43. But that math teacher at high school really changed my view on things. And my next gear will be for his company, Totem Acoustic. I'm aiming to purchase next the Totem Tribe with the subwoofer they have. I would really love to hear the same equipment, the same gear with an upgrade of speakers from Totem, the Tribe. That speaker seems very appealing, and the subwoofer is, I believe it's an open back subwoofer, very interesting, from Totem as well. Before you look at the price of the Freya Plus, bear in mind that Schiit, the company from California, doesn't charge much for that type of equipment. You would spend more money even if you want to upgrade from there. As a CEO and as an audiophile, you always try to optimize your team and the spirit, the mood, the dynamic, the 3D. But seriously, you can really improve things by playing with your team and staying faithful to your team as well. Improve things. So it's a matter of balance, always according to the context and the sources that you have to deal with.